Hi guys, I am Dennis from Respect Studios, and this is part 3 of the Unity extension asset bookmarks GUI. In this part we're going to continue filling the buttons and other stuff to the actual GUI. So we're here in the begin horizontal and we are going to add the buttons. Now you can type button, or not button, GUI layout that button, and you can type button name. And like I said, I have to do this. Let's just change that to equal for now. I'm going to put that here. So I know that I have to change it. Now, if I go to here, if it's equal to 0, actually this won't work. If it's greater to 0, I'm going to do it like, for now, I will put it outside here. So you can see this is the button, but nothing happens. So what we can do, we can actually type if but GUI layout that button and then type debug.log button press. So now if we go back to the window, now if we press the button, you can see we have a debug. So this is how you make a button to work. Now let's remove this and we're going to say, to be sure that we want to have button like the exact names, we'll say if GUI layout that button, and for a name we're going to say book market names I, which are going to take the name of the actual bookmark. For a GUI layout options we're going to say highlight button style, this is the button style, and then we're going to say GUI layout that height, we want to set the height for the button which will be 20 pixels. We're going to close out these brackets, and if we press the button we will say highlight object I, which is a function that we're going to make around here. Asset index. We're going to just make it for now, then I'm going to probably change some stuff, but this is the function that it's going to be called. And now I'm going to say debug. No, I don't need to say that because I can see the button. Weird. Let me just do something else here, just for the sake of it. On the enable, I'm going to do this debugging. I will say book market names is going to, that added one is going to be test object, and now we're going to have one object here. But before that I will say book market names that clear, because I don't want to have added object every time I see the window. So on enable, if book market objects, but I have to also add an object. So I will say it's something that I do just to test. So I will say book market, sorry, market objects that added the new object. And now I will say This will be added here. Bookmark objects that clear. I'm clearing the both lists at when the UI gets enabled, and then I'm going to add one object and one name, just so I can test how the stuff are looking. Now you can see that I have that object, and just because it's using the GUI, the style, the GUI style, which is highlight button style. You can see that highlight button style is this one, and on normal I have a label big A. On hover, not on active, I have label button press. This is why it looks like this. Text color is changing. Normal text color is black, and on active text color is white. I can make a text color red on active, and if you press, you can see that the color is getting red. This is awesome. I can make it bold, so it looks slightly better. I will change that to white. This is why you use these GUI styles, because otherwise we had to add like tons of text. Now I hope I won't forget to remove all this stuff later on, because it will be bad. Okay, highlight object, and we will say debug.log. Let me check if everything is working. So I will bookmark it names, debug.log bookmark it names, and here I'll say asset index. So when I press the button, highlight object with the index of I will be sent to this method, and I will pass the actual name of the object that we're calling, and we will get its name. So let's go to Unity, wait it to compile, press, and we have test object. Perfect. Let's remove that debug. We need one more button, which is going to be called, first of all, we are going to say GUI layout that space, and we are adding 2 pixels. That's enough, because we're dealing with horizontal layout, not vertical. We don't need a lot of space between them. And we'll say if GUI layout that button, we'll say button name will be nothing. We don't need button name here. The style will be remove button style. We need a width of 20, and height of 20. We need a square button, and this button is going to go remove object I. This will remove the bookmark highlight object, and here we're going to add void remove object integer asset index. Okay, let's see. Bang, perfect. Now this is because we are using the other asset, the other GUI style. We have this X, which is changing. This is awesome. Remove object, GUI layout. We have here end horizontal. We're closing all this. This, and we're going to add space of 3 pixels here. This is cool. We're closing 1, 2, and scroll view. This is the end of the scroll view. We're ending the vertical, the first vertical, and after we end the first vertical, we close the scroll view. We close the vertical, and right before you close the final, the overall vertical, you come here and you type GUI layout that space. We need 10 pixels space here. GUI layout that begin horizontal. We're beginning another horizontal layout. GUI layout end horizontal. Now here we're going to add the actual field for adding all of the bookmarks in the user interface. So first of all, we'll say GUI layout that label, which will be called name. will say GUI layout that width, we need a width of 40. Let's see how this looks. Name, okay, right down here, which is cool. You can see that whenever I go, the whole help box that I have made it is going down. This is because we are having space of 10, and it's always looking at the distance between the bottom of the GUI. And now we want the actual field that we're going to make, where we will enter the name of the bookmark, to be registered as a name, as a variable. This way you will be able to access it. For this we have to type GUI that set next control name field. I'm going to show you why do we need this. Set a name for this field. You can check that in the Unity docs. It's explained pretty well. And we say new fav name, which is the name that, which is the string that we're going to hold the actual name. New fav name is going to be equal to editor GUI layout, the text field. And here we're going to add a string, which is going to be new fav name. This way when we type, it will keep what we're typing in the same, because otherwise if we don't do that, it won't let us type here. Let me show you. Okay, we can start typing, you see. If we, I think this will give us an error. Yes. If we do this, you can see that as long as we remove the focus of it, or we hit enter, it gets it out. This is why we have to type the same string name. Okay. And this is where I'm going to stop for now, and I'll continue in the next video. Thanks for watching, and hit the like button if you like the video. Thanks.